Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am answering a question that was in the comments. So the question was, when can a non-negotiable become a negotiable? Never. Okay guys, let me tell you something. So when you have your non-negotiables, those are your boundaries. So when we let one slip, because trust me, this is something that is very common. You're like, oh, I don't want them to get upset with me. I want to just maybe let this one slide, because if I let this one slide, they're going to see that I'm a good person, I'm chill, I'm easygoing. And then that's when all hell breaks loose. They think, okay, I was able to get them to slide on what they believe in and on their boundaries, so then they're going to test to try to get you to break more. See, what you have to understand is there's people out there that are walking around, and if you take it in the logical aspect, they're there to manipulate and use you. And if you take it in the spiritual aspect, they have spirits attached to them, like manipulation, okay, to try to work you. Because again, God wants us to be in our sovereignty, in our wholeness with Him, okay? So if we are there at someone's beck and call, okay, like almost like bowing down to them the way the Israelites did, how are we any different? Okay, the only person that we are to do that with is God. And then even God wants us to love ourselves. It even says that you have to love your own body. Your body's the temple. Okay, we don't compromise our non-negotiables for nobody. Not your kids, not your spouse, not your pets. So then you added about loving people for their flaws. So there's a difference. So first let me break this down. Love, the love that's in the Bible, is basically not an emotion. It's an action. Okay? But Jesus Himself, okay, did not sit there and try to negotiate with people. He said what was, and if they didn't listen, He moved on to the next town. Okay? He wasn't going to sit there and just keep over explaining over and over. There's a difference. He loved everybody, but He also loved people from distances. So you got to value yourself enough to come up what your non-negotiables are, and that is it. So either they rise to meet you or they don't. At the end of the day, when you are in alignment with God, okay? And if you want to look at this on a different level, which could be logical, when you're in alignment with your soul, you won't have that resentment towards people. You're keeping your peace. Boundaries are for you. Boundaries are for you. I'm going to repeat myself. They protect you. They protect your peace. So at that point, you're not going to get upset with people because you are staying true to yourself. So I hope that makes sense. There's no negotiating on stuff like that. Now again, there is like a little bit of overlap to that. Like it depends. Like let's say you're in a relationship and maybe one person wants to live somewhere, you want to live another. You can compromise on that. That could be like a negotiation. However, if you don't want to do that, you don't do that. Like let's say you find peace where you currently are living, you don't negotiate that. Okay? Again, there are fine lines to things. So again, I help people with this. If you would like to work with me with your specific situation, you can reach out through email, redeemingthebroken@gmail.com. Bye guys.